Today is December 10th, 2024. And if you are watching this video, I am well on my way to Antarctica. I pre-recorded this video for everyone, and this is the most important video we've done yet. I hope I have your attention. You see, I released the first video on this channel 10 months ago. And once it was revealed that the final experiment was actually going to Antarctica to see whether or not there was a 24-hour sun, it's been months and months of countless videos. I'm talking literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of content specifically related to TFE and the 24-hour sun. But guess what? There's something that everyone completely forgot about. Yes, everyone. Well, everyone but me. And when I say everyone, I'm not just talking about flat earthers. The globers forgot about this too. There has been so much focus on the 24-hour sun that this was completely overlooked by all. And what's been really fascinating for me, sitting here all this time, knowing I was going to release this video right before we get to Antarctica, is watching all of these videos about the 24-hour sun. It's no secret that the globe community has not changed their position, which is that there definitely is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. They've been saying that for years and continue to say that. But the same cannot be said for the flat earth community. Prior to TFE, the flat earth community was adamant that there was not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. They went as far as saying that a 24-hour sun would disprove flat earth and prove the globe. This is how confident they were that there is not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. And they had to be confident about this because the flat earth map, the Gleason's map, an AE map simply cannot account for a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. But it went deeper than this. The flat earth model says water at rest needs a container, and their container is Antarctica. The flat earth model says there's a dome, and the dome is located in Antarctica or beyond Antarctica, which is why no one has ever seen it. For flat earth, so much hinges on Antarctica being an ice wall. It's required for their map. It's required for the dome. And it's required if water needs a container. If flat earth is a three-legged stool, it's Gleason's map, Antarctica, and the dome. Antarctica is essentially a linchpin for the entire flat earth model. And this is why the reaction to TFE was so strong. Now, I don't know if this is true because I haven't been around this space that long, but I've been told by quite a few people that they have never seen this significant of a reaction by the flat earth community ever. And it makes sense. When you take a strong position on something, that Gleason's AE map is the truth about the continents and the oceans, and Antarctica is an ice ring holding all the water in. And when you take a strong position that Antarctica encircles the world's continents, and when you take a strong position that the dome is in Antarctica or beyond Antarctica, and when you take a strong position that because of all this, there cannot be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, of course, TFE is going to be a huge threat. What if there is a 24-hour sun? Just what if? What if they get down there and there's actually a 24-hour sun? well, then flat Earth becomes a house of cards. If there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, then it can't be an ice wall. And if Antarctica is not an ice wall, then Gleason's map is not a valid map. And if Antarctica is not an ice wall, then where is the dome? So I understand the extreme reaction to TFE and the possibility of there actually being a 24-hour sun. There's a lot at stake here. But what I didn't see coming was all the wild, off-the-wall theories if there is a 24-hour sun. The first one was that we wouldn't actually be going to Antarctica. This one is still being said to this day. But a lot of people realized pretty quickly that arguing we wouldn't actually be in Antarctica means we would have to be somewhere else. And where else would there be a 24-hour sun? Well, flat earthers believe there is a 24-hour sun in the Arctic in the north. This again comes from Gleason's map and the fact that there are numerous videos of the 24-hour sun up north. So the next theory that was circulated through the flat earth community was that we would actually go to the Arctic because there's actually a 24-hour sun there. But then people started to realize that this is December. And in December, when we're going to Antarctica, there's not a 24-hour sun in the north. In the Arctic Circle in December, there's little to no sun. So the next theory that was brought forth was that we already filmed the 24-hour sun in the north last June. That all 9 of us, Jaron, Austin, Lisbeth, Dave McKeegan, MC Toon, Critical Think, Candace Owens, director, Mark Herman, even Jonathan Morandi, all went with me to the Arctic last June and filmed the 24-hour sun already, and we're just waiting to release the footage this week. But then people started to realize that if there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, on the globe model, the sun would actually move through the sky in the opposite direction that it does in the north. And so the next theory was that we would just reverse the video to make it appear like it was Antarctica and not the Arctic. But then all of us started talking about live streaming and filming each other in Antarctica, and Jaron let everyone know that he was going to wear a body cam the entire time. And people quickly realized that if we reversed a video of the sun with people in it, well, then they would all be walking backward. So the next theory was that we would fake a 24-hour sun. This one got a lot of traction. And it was actually suggested that a sun would be put onto a snowplow, a tractor, and driven in circles around Union Glacier to make it look like there was a 24-hour sun just above the horizon. Now, that theory lost popularity quickly when it was suggested that a sun simulator would be used to fake a 24-hour sun. I think the idea was that a sun simulator would be flown around in the sky around Union Glacier with some sort of plane or helicopter. The list goes on and on and on. I lost track of all the wild theories that flat earthers were coming up with to explain why there would be a 24-hour sun that was not a real 24-hour sun. Because again, a real 24-hour sun in Antarctica is not possible on a flat Earth. It must be fake or a reflection or a simulation. Anything but a real 24-hour sun. And so I've been sitting here watching all this for months when one day something hit me. I couldn't believe it. We all completely forgot about something big. All this focus on the sun and the 24-hour sun and the sun never setting made us completely forget about the moon. Yes, the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, the globe doesn't just have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That's right. The globe also has a 24-hour moon. And I've searched YouTube high and low, and I cannot find a single video on YouTube of a 24-hour moon in Antarctica. Not a single one. Isn't this exciting? The fact that I cannot find a single video on YouTube of a 24-hour moon in Antarctica means one of two things. It either means that the globe is a lie and the earth is flat, and because the earth is flat, there is no 24-hour moon, and that's why there's not a single video on YouTube of it. Or it just means that no one has videoed a 24-hour moon and put it on YouTube. I am incredibly excited to announce that the final experiment is not only going to attempt to film a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but I am personally going to attempt to procure a video of a 24-hour moon. This is not going to be easy, but the stakes have been raised. Not only does the globe require a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but it also requires a 24-hour moon. And just as a 24-hour sun does not work on a flat Earth, neither does a 24-hour moon. And so what really happens in Antarctica? Is there a 24-hour sun? We will know within days. Is there a 24-hour moon? Well, stay tuned. If I can obtain a 24-hour video of the moon, I will upload it to our channel, and it will be, to the best of my knowledge, the first video ever of a 24-hour moon put on YouTube. Like I said from the very beginning, the final experiment will be historic. But here's the real question. Flat Earthers, what are you going to do if there's not only a 24-hour sun, but also a 24-hour moon? Are you going to create a brand new set of outrageous theories and ridiculous excuses for the moon like you did for the sun? Or will you just do the right thing and finally acknowledge that we live on a globe? I am throwing down the gauntlet right here, right now. If we return from Antarctica with videos of both a 24-hour sun and a 24-hour moon, this debate is over. Done. Finished. This is the final experiment.